Whoa, Nelly, where's my face band-aid? Because it is getting hot in here. It is so hot outside. It's approaching 107-ish, which is just gross. It's just gross. Last night, Brandon and I were laying in bed and he was like, they need to make cooling blankets. They have heating blankets. They need to make cooling blankets. I'll like Google search later, and they do sort of make them, but they make like bed fans, which is the strangest thing I've ever seen. But like at this point, I'm like Netflix and chill. Like, yeah, I'd love to Netflix and chill with just ice all over me. Like emphasis on the chill part. It's so hot. I'm over it. So I was thinking for the second ever She Talks, I would talk about the 5 best ways to beat the heat. Hit it. Number 1, if you know me and you don't know what I'm going to say as number 1, we need to have a coffee date and a heart-to-heart and really get to know each other better, because of course the answer is ice cream. Duh. Any form. I mean, in a bar, in a cone, in a cup, in a barn, at the beach. It doesn't matter where. Like ice cream when it's hot outside is the best. Which is the best flavor to buy, or brand or flavor, at the grocery store, you ask? I'm so glad you asked, because the answer is you go to Ralph's, or I guess it's called Kroger in some parts of the country, and you get their store brand, which is called Private Selection. It's in a black tub, and it's, honest to goodness, the best store-bought ice cream you're going to find, hands down. You get that semi-sweet chocolate chip, you bring it home, and you just go to town. Instant, I'm talking, what are we talking about, a 10-15 degree slash in body temperature? Might increase your pant size, but that's fine. At least you'll be cool. And who needs pants when it's this hot? So ice cream number 1, first and foremost, always, always. Speaking of ice, that brings me to point number 2. The best way to beat the heat is with Sonic ice, because if you don't know, now you know. It's the best ice you're ever gonna find. It's the weird little nugget ice, and I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed. You can go to your local Sonic, and they have it, and it comes out to $3.01. So you get 3 bills, 1 penny, and you're out of there with a 10-pound bag of just pure bliss. Tell you that much for free. It is so good. Crunch it all day. But you're like, okay, so what am I gonna do? Just eat ice? No. Brings me to beat the heat number 3, which is obviously refreshing beverages. You can go for anything at this point, right? One of my favorites that I made, and it's the best thing, and I'm salivating now even thinking about it, iced vanilla mint latte. You can also make it with coffee if you don't have an espresso machine, or cold brew, or whatever you do. It is the best thing ever, and I will give you the recipe if you want it, because it is like, you can put anything in that with that Sonic ice, but the vanilla mint iced latte coffee is, I mean, just take me on vacation, why don't you? Which leads me to my favorite way to beat the heat, number 4, is to make someone else foot the AC bill. I mean, hello, this might sound like a total obvious no-brainer, but the mall, the movies, Starbucks, I mean, there's a million places where people are paying the AC bill, and it's not just like, oh, like, let's turn the air on for 5 minutes. It's what I like to call, lovingly, we call it in our home, hotel AC. Which means it's when you're able to go to a hotel and you just crank the AC as cold as it can be, and you need to wear like a parka to be actually comfortable, but it feels so good. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna crank it up. Have you been to Target? It's not like a mild 74, like it's a brisk 68, and it feels amazing. So if you see somebody in the patio section at Target sipping a homemade vanilla mint latte, it's probably me. And yeah, I don't really have a shame. Yeah, you're right. Yep, nope, no shame in my game. And then the last one, my favorite, is just to be a kid. I mean, who doesn't want to make a homemade slip and slide or buy one from Target? Speaking of air conditioning, and just have fun. Or my favorite thing as a kid was to run through the sprinklers, play with the hose, and have my dad yell at me not to waste water. I mean, those were some good times. So you can do that. Or, you know, stinking be a grown-a adult and do something responsible like go to the pool or the beach. But where's the fun in that? All right, well, now that every part of my body is absolutely dripping in sweat, I think it's time to go make myself a vanilla mint iced latte and just throw the hose on me because it is sweltering and disgusting. So until next time, see you soon.